Who do you think would be the team to beat in your division this year?
Well, we're not sure what division we're in. You know, we're small enough. We've always been small enough to go D6, but we've always gone D5. We've won it the last 3 years, but this is the first year D6 actually has a NorCal final.
Oh.
With those 6 kids leaving, we would never consider going D6, but because of the situation, we're actually considering D6 with the hopefully of getting to a NorCal type setup.
So you can still change that
until December 1st. You have to declare by December 1st.
Oh, December 1st. Yeah, because this, I was thinking that when you were talking about all these transfers, that really changes when you try to set up a schedule or and you try to look at what division you're in and that type of thing. It affects all that.
Absolutely.
So everybody's going to be a lot more confused now. This was already happening, like I'm thinking of like Bishop O'Dowd when they lost, was it Brandon Ashley, I believe? These players are starting to go to these elite teams like in Vegas where they have these Finley Prep type teams. So even now the private schools and the parochial schools are even losing players to the next level.
Absolutely.
The national high school teams, I guess you'd call them.
Yeah, they're starting to call them the shoe leagues and the shoe teams. You know, they're all endorsed by Nike, Adidas, Reebok, and you know, it's everywhere. It's not a private school issue. It's not a public school issue. It's a parent wanting what's best for their child, and it's also an influence of AAU coming in where there's not a ton of loyalty, and that's one thing we're trying to teach our kids here is loyalty and gratitude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so kids that are recruited by AAU coaches and maybe some of those are misled into thinking they can play at a higher level, and you're kind of seeing some of that happen.
Oh, absolutely. You know, these AAU coaches, there's no accountability. And so a 17-year-old kid meets with me and I tell him, you know, a Simpson is a good level. Same kid, same talent, meets with an AAU coach and he tells him get him on at UCLA. Well, who are you going to believe? As a child, you're always going to believe the person who says they can get you to UCLA. The problem is when he doesn't, then that person, the AAU coach, is nowhere to be found.
Right.
The kid is left
They're not held accountable like high school.
No accountability.
High school coaches are.